Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Taupik Hidayat from TV3. So in this video, I will tell to you guys about analytical exposition. Okay, what is analytical exposition? Analytical exposition is a type of text or oral material that is used to explain the author's views on an issue. In other words, this text is argumentative type. This text is argumentative. This type of text is very popular in academic circles and can be found in scientific books, journals, magazine, newspaper articles, academic speech, and so on. The purpose of this text is only to make the readers or listener aware of an issue raised by the writer or speaker. Analytical exposition features. There are several characteristics of this text, namely, first is it is an argumentative text with supporting reason. Use simple present tense using conjunctions such as first, second, third, next, furthermore, additionally, and so on. Use evaluative words. Use as important, valuable, trustworthy, and so on. And then using causal conjunction or cause and effect, for example, as a result, because, by, consequently, despite, due to, for that reason, and so on. Next, I will explain about the generic structure of analytical exposition. An analytical exposition has its own generic structure in this text. There are three important parts that must be owned, namely, first is thesis, contain the opinion of the author or speakers regarding the topic in question. Second is argument. Argument contains opinion that support the main idea. The more opinion that are written, more interesting and analytical an analytical exposition text is because readers or listeners tend to believe in an even if there are any supporting opinions in it. Next is conclusion. Contains conclusion or restatement on the essence of the ideas present. Next, I will explain about explanation. Okay, explanation text is a type of text that describes a process. Talking about the process, the text is almost the same a procedure text. However, if the procedure text describes how to do something, this text is describes to how the process occurs. That way, we can know that the explanation text serves to provide information to readers about the process. Next is explanation of text characteristic. There are several characteristics of this text, namely, use simple present tense because this text describes the fact. Next, using a verb, example are do, make, create, and so on. Using passive voice. Using passive voice aims to emphasize the focus on the event that took place rather than the subject. Using noun phrases, using technical terms. These technical terms refer to technical terms related to the topic discussed in this text. Contains an explanation of the process. Next, I will explain about generic structure of explanation text. There are two parts in the explanation text, namely, first is general statement, contains general information on topic to be discussed in the text. Next, I will explain about the explanation. Contains a series of events, sequence of events from a process which is the topic of the text. We can also explain by using the why and how question so that the explanation we convey is more comprehensive. Next, closing. The closing or closing part is optional or does not have to be in this text. This section may contain additional information or the author opinion on the topic discussed. Next, I will explain about discussion. Discussion text is a type of text that presents several opinions that contradict one another. Discussion text serves to describe problematic issue without taking sides with one opinion or view. Next, I will explain about characteristic features. Use simple present tense using model such as may, can, must, and so on. Next, using contrasting conjunction or connecting words that differentiate, such as however, but, on the other hand, although, and so on. Next is generic structure of discussion text. The following is the generic structure in the discussion text. First is issue, contains issue that will be discussed in the text. Next is supporting points, contains opinion that support the issue. The author can present the main idea in the first sentence in paragraph elaborating on the main idea in the following sentence. Next is points of comparison. Contains points of comparison. Contains points that contradict the main ideas previously present. Just as in the supporting point, the writer can present the main idea in the first sentence of the paragraph and then elaborate the main idea in the following sentence. The last is conclusion. Contains conclusion from the issue that have been discussed. The author can provide recommendation regarding the issue that have been discussed in the hope or not forcing the reader to follow the agree with the author's opinion. Okay, that's all I can explain to you guys. Hope you like and enjoy my video. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.